What's up? It's the Shark DAYMOND JOHN here. Now, I'm sure if you're watching this, you have seen tons of pitches on Shark Tank, and some of the pitches have been absolutely flawless, and others, all the sharks go out before the person can even tell us their sales. So, here are my 5 tips to perfect your pitch. Number 1, embrace your personality. Most of the time, actually all the time for me, I invest in the person rather than the idea. And if the person is showing me their personality, I want to feel like I can't wait to work with that person. That person is witty, that person is funny, or maybe that person is very detail orientated. Maybe that person is somebody who's dry and they just deliver it straight down the line. Maybe there's somebody who lights up the room and makes you want to hear a story. Either way, your personality is not going to go anywhere. It's going to be you. And I'm going to want to be able to work with you. Remember, human beings, sharks, whatever you want to call us, we're people who like to be around people. Why do I need to work with you if I don't like your personality or if you don't like mine? Number 2, know your numbers. Your numbers don't always have to be rock star numbers. You can get a deal on Shark Tank if you sold $50 worth of product. Why do I say that? Well, because I love saying this, if you had an item that was $1 or maybe $3, you know, the good old spinner, and you said I went to some place and I stood on a corner and I opened up my trunk or I opened up my bag and I sold $50 worth in 5 minutes, I want you to close that bag because I want to take you around the world and make sure everybody in every store, in every country, in every mall has that little item. Or, listen, I've seen people who've had $10 million in sales, but they've had that over 20 years, and that was something that just wasn't attractive to us. So you have to know your numbers, because if you don't know your numbers, we are going to think that you're not going to be able to operate the business in a good fashion, because business is very simple. You either increase sales or reduce costs, and your numbers never lie. So please know your number. Now, number 3. You have to have proof of concept that shows that your business is different and the data to back it up. What is proof of concept? It's exactly what I just said, standing on the corner and selling $50 worth of product. Or proof of concept is maybe you put out a video on YouTube and you got 1,000 or 5,000 views. Maybe you have data of a bunch of people mailing in or emailing in or knocking on your door saying what they want. Maybe you did a crowdfunding campaign and you hit your target within a small period of time. You need proof of concept. Maybe you have an idea, but you realize that you went out and got it patented or trademarked or anything else that shows that it's not just an idea and you took an effort, because we don't want to think that you don't know who your customer is or have any data or know that there's a need in the market or what the price should be or where it should be distributed. Because the way we look at it like that is, if you don't know what's going on with your product and you don't have proof of concept, how am I going to know? You are taking my money for tuition to learn off of my money, and we don't want that. But if you have proof of concept, then I can look at it and say, so you know that it costs, your customer will pay $79 for it. They like black or red, and they like it embroidered, not screen printed, and they like it extra large over large. I learned that in a very short period of time when I was only selling a couple of t-shirts. I started off with 10 different designs, 10 different graphics. I realized I was selling these 2 more than the others, so I got rid of the 8. I wanted 10 different colors of my t-shirts to be sold. I realized that black sold 65%, white sold 30% or something like that, and maybe they would buy navy blue, so I got rid of 7 other colors. I realized that somebody always, at that time when people were wearing big and baggy stuff, they wanted to wear shirts that were XL and double XL. No man wanted to wear a shirt small. We weren't being health conscious back then, and they wouldn't want to say you're wearing a small shirt, so I put XL and double XL even in the small shirts. I knew my proof of concept, and that's really, really important, because you want to know who your customer is so you can present it to me, and then I go, okay, now I know what stores we need to go to, or now I know how to present this service, or now I know who I have that can help license this, or now I know who I have that can help distribute this, because you've given me the proof of concept. Number 4, knowing who you are pitching to and what value that you can bring them. Often the buyer does not really know what they want. I'll give you an example. On Shark Tank, the company I invested in was called Bomba Socks. It's actually the number one invested in company in Shark Tank history. And at first, I said to myself, I already got 10 clothing companies and 8 of them are dead. Why do I need another clothing company, especially socks that you cannot see logos on and things of that nature? But throughout the pitch, I started to understand that they did two things. Number one, every pair of socks that they sold, they gave away a pair to the homeless, which was charitable, and I love that aspect. And in FUBU, we would give money during the end of the year or to big organizations, but not every time you purchase. Also, they were selling directly to their customer. And at that time, the retailers were going through such a bad time, and I was only selling to brick and mortar stores that I did not have the way to reach my customers purely through social media because it was fairly new to me, and that was of value to me. And they targeted me in that way and said, listen, we are going to show you how to give back every single time that you are selling something and making it better for the world. And also, we're going to show you how to go directly to your customer and not have to depend on retailers. So they knew what was in it for me. And in return, they got an investment. I learned from them. And hopefully they learn from me. But I know right now the whole reason you have an idea, a product, a concept is because you are brilliant. You have something that other people need and you know that is valuable to them. And I want to make sure that you're able to deliver that in a pitch. And number 5, be brief, be concise. Tell a quick story, tell why it's in it for the person who's purchasing. Tell them why the customer likes it. And you want to hear things that are quick and you get it, because if it's too complicated, then it's not for me and usually not for a lot of other people. Having a pitch is not only great for your investment opportunities, but for your overall messaging for your business. Now, if you want to learn more about how to perfect your business pitch and become more confident in communicating your business, I have a free training that breaks down everything for you. Just click the link to register or go to nailyourpitch.com.